Here's a training video on how to add videos to your Dub landing pages. So in this case here, let me share my screen. You have a couple choices here. So when you send a Dub video out to someone like this, and they get it, and they click on it, here they get the animated preview, they click on it. This is going to be the landing page. This is your playlist right here. Rob, this is what we're talking about, right? Your playlist. You want a video
Yeah,
over here to play after, correct? Right here?
yeah.
Okay, great. So what you're going to do is you're going to go inside the Dub platform, inside the Dub Studio. And when you're in here, you have a couple options. Inside your video library, let's just say, let's grab this video right here. Let's say this is a video you recorded that's the long form, right? Your educational video that you want sitting in the playlist that's going to play after every little short video you make, correct? So what we're going to do is, just as an example, we're going to rename this. We're going to say explainer, and I'm going to save that right here. This is going to be your main one, right? So you record your short videos as an intro with your hook, and then when you're done, it's going to go into that video there. Now, what you can do is you can add it to either the video that you're doing just for someone or to a preset landing page. So now, Rob, did you want this video to be permanently on your landing pages that will always play after? Different intros.
At
It's
this
always
point, yes.
okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go right over here to assets, right over here. You're going to go to presets. These are your landing pages, these preset different landing pages.
Okay.
This little video right here is a tutorial that will tell you how to set this up. But what you're basically going to do is you're going to hit this blue plus button to begin creation of it. You're going to give it a name, all right? I'm going to click the little edit button here just to show you an example. But you create the name, right? Up here at the top, the name of
Yeah.
the landing page. You scroll down, and this is going to be your playlist of videos that is going to play after the video you always record. So what you're going to do is you can hit the blue plus button here. You can click in here and search for what we did. So I think we called it, what do we call it? Explainer, right?
Yeah.
So go to explainer. See right there. Let's see, explainer platform. Right there. Boom. See it is right there. Click that
Yeah.
right there. And now you have that video there. Now what you can do is you can grab this thing. If you have multiple videos in your playlist, you can grab it with the little hand here and just move it to the top like that. So it's the first one in the playlist. So you can change the order if you have different playlist videos in here. If you have multiple, you can move the order around. If you want to get rid of the other videos and you only want this one to play, just delete them here. And then that will be the only playlist video that plays after. But this is where you would add that video. Does that make sense, Rob?
Yes, it does. Sure does.
And then you always want to make sure at the end, it doesn't auto save it. You got to scroll down to the bottom and you got to hit save and close like this right here. And then
Yeah.
it will save it in there. And then if you ever want to change it, all you do is come right back in here. You find your preset landing page, you click the edit button, and then you just scroll down and you go right to the thing you want to get rid of, delete it, update it, do whatever you want to edit it. Just make sure you hit save and close. Now, this right here, notice that this says, see where this says default right here, Rob? See that right there?
Yeah.
That's your, if you have multiple preset landing pages, you always got to have a default because when you record a video, you need it to live on something, some real estate for it to live on. So that default one will be the one that always is there. Whenever you record a video and you send it to someone, that's always going to be the landing page, unless you change it to another one. Does that make sense?
Okay, so I can have multiple landing pages.
Oh yeah, yeah. We highly recommend that. So, what's your industry again, Rob? What do you do?
Well, I sell AI widgets to contractors that do a lot of things. They don't just answer the phone. They do a
Mm.
lot of stuff. And it's sort of hard to explain that in a short video.
Yeah, you gotta. That's where the hook comes in, and you gotta sell the result as opposed to
Yeah.
all the other stuff. But there is an example like people that are in real estate and they work with buyers and sellers. It's just a simple split. If when they use Dub, they set up different preset landing pages, one for buyers, one for sellers. So the message is different, obviously.
Great.
So for you, if there's any difference in message in terms of the folks that you're reaching out to, maybe it was larger contract projects or maybe smaller projects. Maybe there's a difference there. If there is, in terms of messaging, then you create one preset landing page that speaks directly to them, and you create another preset landing page that speaks directly to those folks. And that's something that's really important in terms of that. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I'm glad. I'm just learning. So I hope to make a bunch of videos today. So obviously, another question is, can I put an HTML script on that landing page?
A script on the landing page. You mean below the video, like a little text description of everything? Or like a link
You mean
to your
like
site, like drop in a
well,
block below
I
there?
have these bots that I put them on people's websites with this script, and I was wondering if I could put that script on that landing page.
I mean, technically below the description box, you could drop something in there and you could have
Mhm.
something right there. A lot of the times too, there's an option on the preset landing page where you can put a block there below to a different site, but I think that wouldn't work for this. I would just use the description box and throw that in there with a description. You can put that right on the landing page.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I tried it with the landing page creator and it wouldn't accept it. So,
Well, there's the landing page creators and then there's the presets. So if you're over, can you see my screen?
yeah,
You're talking about you're in this section here, right? Presets. You're not down over here because I think it's under where is it under? See where it says landing pages?
yeah,
That's
that's where I was.
yeah, that's a little different. That's where you're coming in here and you're dropping the HTML stuff and you're building stuff out. That's a little different. These presets here are the easiest things to work with in the world, which is why the team created it. So, and that's where they look like this, where you have this structure,
Yeah,
play
yeah,
video, buttons, AI assistant. But yes, over in that landing page section, you can technically drag and drop and do all that building stuff if you want to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I can do the same thing with by putting it in the description, did you say?
That's with this right here. You can
Yeah,
do right in here. So if you go to presets right in here, right? Presets here, and then you go to the edit button in here. See where it says video description?
yeah, yeah.
You can drop some text in there and then it'll show up below the video on the landing page.
Okay.
Yep. If you want to do that. I mean, it's really, I think a lot of the times, when you're making these videos, it's really about keeping the motivation train moving. So when they see that video, go right to that next video in your playlist, and then they should be taking an action. You know what I mean? You could
Yeah,
even, if you wanted to, you could take a screenshot of that script, right? You're talking about, right? And
yeah,
then you could you could do something like this, which is pretty you could go to your basic webcam recorder, see this thing up here at the top, right?
yeah,
Click this here. And then what you could do is you could do a virtual background in your video where you could go below, select virtual background, and you could take a screenshot of that text or that stuff you're talking about. And when you
yeah,
hit record, you could have it right over, like on whatever side of you you're looking at, and it could be right there and you're talking about it. So
yeah,
someone could see it behind you. And that's kind of a cool visual if you want to
yeah,
do that for a video. You could do something like that. Yeah, I would let the videos do most of the work instead of the text-based stuff, on the screen. Does that
yeah,
make sense?
yeah. Sure
Great.
does.
Great. Well, that completes this training video on how to use landing pages in the proper way and to have the right information on it.